play with me now. I don't know. It's feeling like it's a little bit delayed, but whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to come on live. Steve, I'm not sure if you still here, but I did go ahead and make your video. I have not posted it yet, so it will be coming. You know what I'm saying? So just give me some time. But I wanted to say to you guys because last night, I had like a profound message and just feeling come up over me. Like there's going to be a moment where all you can do is surrender. All you can do is just let go. We have to know that spirit co-conspires with us, not against us. This is pivotal because we are not going to be able to, I don't know who's on here, we are not going to be able to like move into our new era, move into our new life, move into our new energy, move into our new destiny with one foot in and one foot out. We are not going to be able to straddle the fence. We're not going to be able to play the middle. We're not going to be able to pull people, when God, spirit, source is telling us to let these people go. Hey, I'm good, my friend. How are you? You told me to go live. You told me to go live, and I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. But yeah, back to what I was saying. We're not going to be able to pull these people with us. Unfortunately, there is something that you must release. There is something that you have to let go of. There's whether that's a person, whether that's fear, whether that's doubt, or low self-esteem, insecurity, not feeling like you worthy. Something that has been embedded in you since you were a child. There's something that you must let go of and surrender to. This is not the time to avoid what comes up. It is time for you to surrender to the flow and to the current of the divine, because God, source, universe, creator, my nose is itching, so confirmation, wants to bless you, wants you to literally make the sacrifice to be able to receive what it is that you are asking for. However, you must release so that way spirit can also fill your cup. Fill your cup so that way you can have an overflow. What I'm hearing is that it is unfortunate that people that you thought that was going to be here with you are not going to be. It is unfortunate that things in your life is going to have to change, whether that's you moving. Hey, hi. Whether that's you moving to another location, leaving a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Breaking up, well, stop talking to that girl, stop talking to that guy you was talking to. Well, okay, leaving the gangster life. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie to you. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I can't help what I am now. I'm a gangster at heart or whatever, but I allow my light to lead in the front. But there is something that you must leave behind, whether it is a mindset. So when I was having this energy come over me last night, it was telling me like, Nina, you doing all of these things. You getting to travel the world, you getting to take your kids here, but you still operating from fear. You still allowing fear to come over you to feel like you are not worthy. You are not capable of having success. You are not capable of achieving your dreams. Like I feel like I was feeling as if my dreams were only going to be short lived. And that is something that spirit was telling me that I need to release and let go. It is time. Who is Oprah? Are you talking about me? Pride smoke or whatever? I will pop you through this. No, I'm just playing. But there is something that you must release. It's something that you have to let go of or whatever. Because like I was saying earlier, we are not going to be able to straddle the fence. You cannot be 1 foot in, 1 foot out or whatever. You are not going to be able to be double-minded. You're going to have to be of sound mind when you make this decision. You're going to have to be of... You're going to have to know that your feet are planted on solid ground. Faith as a mustard seed. Even if you open from I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Even if you doubt yourself, that is completely fine. Do not detour from your feelings, your emotions. However, do not allow your emotions, your feelings to overcome you. Do not succumb to it. You allow the energy to flow freely. Like I really feel like y'all understand what the hell it is that I'm saying. They don't want me to leave. Well, it's not about what they don't want or whatever. You have to do what your spirit is telling you to do or whatever. Your self-love, your self-respect, your energy, your light, your spirit has to be in full control. You know what I'm saying? They don't want me is ego talking or whatever. We don't give a damn about what nobody else wants. Not a friend, not a family member, not a, not a sister, baby, cousin Tracy, not none of those things. What do you want to do? And if your spirit is telling you that it's time for you to leave the gangster life, then that's what it's time for you to do. You know what I'm saying? If your spirit is calling you to rise above that and stand 10 toes down to do something else, then you got to answer that call. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, but your spirit is telling you to answer that call. So go ahead and pick up that phone and yes, yes, Lord, I am here. But yeah, there's something that you're gonna have to leave behind or whatever. I don't know if that's a person. I don't know if it's an energy. I don't know if it's fear. I don't know if it's insecurity. I don't know what it is, but there is something that you have to leave behind and let go of. Hey, Tammy, how are you, girl? But yeah, that's what I was getting last night when I was sitting in meditation. Like, Nene, you got to let go of fear. You know what I'm saying? You got to push through that. You got to fight through that or whatever. And a lot of times we think that we battling the world, we fighting the world. This is for you. I don't know. I. A lot of times we think that we battle in the world. We not ever battling the world. We always battling ourselves. We always battling our own mind. The spirit ain't the fight is never with somebody else. The fight is always with your internal spirit. You know what I'm saying? So when you ask yourself, what is it that you want to do? You have to fight against your light and your darkness, not against nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So you have to answer that call or whatever. And I'm talking to you, the one who say they don't want me to get out of the gangster life. It's time for you to get up out of the gangster life or whatever. You can get up out of there and teach somebody and help them or whatever, help a child so that way they don't go down that same road, they don't go down that same path or whatever, to prepare them for life so that way they can have a life set up for success. Or what, it's time for us to be leaders out here. And unfortunately, like Malcolm X said, everybody ain't gonna be able to go. And you just got to understand that everybody is not going to be able to come with you. But I just wanted to let you guys know that you are blessed and that you are loved, that you are divine, and that you are highly favored. And I want you to know that whatever it is that you are going through, there is nothing stronger than you in this life. Whatever it is that you are, what situation? The situation keeps bringing me back. What's the situation? And what is it? And honestly, when people say the gangster life, what is the gangster life even really like? What does that even really consist of? When you classify that, what would consist of this life being a gangster? You know what I'm saying? I need to know what that would even mean. But no, like I was saying as I was getting ready to end this, that there is nothing stronger than you in this life, and that you are blessed, and that you are loved, that you are divine, and that there is nothing that you cannot overcome if you put your mind to it. You know what I'm saying? Life sometimes tries to whoop our ass and beat us up or whatever, and sometimes it does. Sometimes it does whoop our ass. But you gotta, but as long as you keep getting up and standing up and you fight back or whatever, you're gonna win every time. It's like fighting for your territory. What territory? Yeah, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Because like, and this is like, I don't know what territory you're talking about or whatever. Y'all be fighting. This is what I be saying for my men as a mother who raising two sons. That like your territory don't owe you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Your hood don't owe you nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got mothers losing their sons. You got mothers losing their daughters, kids killing kids or whatever. You got older people hurting each other. You have to know your hood don't owe you nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you owe yourself, you owe your spirit everything that it could ever want in this life. You don't owe you know what I'm saying? You don't owe your street corner, your gang, that crib, that blood, the GDs or whatever, like Vice Lords or I don't MS-13 or whatever. You don't owe nobody nothing, but you owe yourself everything that you could have ever wanted in this life. You have to fight for you. You got to fight for you or whatever, and stop fighting for somebody else. Stop fighting for shit that honestly in 10 years or whatever not gonna pay you back nothing, not gonna raise your vibration, not gonna make you think higher, not gonna put anything into your spirit that is honestly worth something. You got to fight for your spirit. You got to fight for that child that's inside of you. You got to fight for the life that you know that you can have or whatever, and stop allowing people to put shit onto you to project and predicate on you to feel like you have to show up in a way that honestly that you don't or whatever. Know that you are worthy. And sometimes like, I'm not gonna lie to you, if you still on here, when I wanted to change, or when I felt like I was or supposed to change, I was afraid to answer the call. You know what I'm saying? When God say, "Okay, Nene, I need you to step into this way." Okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm glad you're still here. You know what I'm saying? I need you to step this way. I need you to move this way. I need you to put your clothes on. I need you to stop being promiscuous. I need you to stop sleeping around. I need you to stop giving up your body so easily. I need you to stop operating from insecurity. I need you to stop operating from low self-esteem. I was scared to stop doing it because that was all I knew. All I knew was how to be low vibrational. All I knew was how to slap a motherfucker. All I knew was how to be toxic. All I knew was how to, open my legs up, because that's the only thing I thought that I had of value. But when you start to talk to yourself, so I'm asking you, I'm telling you, but I'm asking you, I ain't telling you what to do now, but I'm asking you to talk to yourself or whatever. Sit down and introspect, meditate, get with yourself, and really ask yourself, what is it that you want? Don't worry about your clique, don't worry about your gang, don't worry about your hood, your block, about none of that shit. What is it that you want? And when you honestly sit down and you start talking to spirit and you ask spirit, what is it that I want? What is it that I can have? I guarantee you, doors may shut on you. Your hood, your gang, or whatever, they may go on about their business or whatever, and you will have the opportunity to co-create. You have, like, literally, you have to know that, like you have to know that you can win and you can overcome. That's all I'm gonna say or whatever. There's no better feeling to honestly transcend your energy and to raise it into something better. There's no better feeling. And I know how scary it is to be in a space to where this is all you know or whatever, but you have to literally find the strength to be able to overcome that. And I guarantee you, if you're watching me, then you're a fucking warrior or whatever. You are somebody who overcomes bullshit or whatever. And even if you slip and fall, even if you stumble a bit, you get the fuck back up. Call you a snitch. What are you telling about? Or what are you snitching on or whatever? I don't have the context of what it is that you're saying or whatever. If you need to call me, shit, I got a business line and you can call and call me. This is another thing too. You cannot be worried about what nobody else people gonna call you a lot of shit or whatever. People gonna call you a lot of things. People are going to call you a lot of things or whatever, but you cannot be worried about that or whatever. But I don't know the context of what it is that you done. I don't know the context of what it is that why they would be calling you a snitch, quote unquote. But ultimately, what it is that I'm saying is that you have to live life for you. You can't be living life for nobody else. You can't be worried about what nobody else think. You can't be worried about how somebody else gonna feel. You have to literally live life for you and operate in your authenticity. And this is why another thing too with young men, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. This is why a lot of our black men or men in general don't really get to be vulnerable, don't really get to express themselves, don't really get to show up and operate from their authenticity, because we be too worried. Well, you guys be too worried, even women, period. People, period, be too worried about how somebody else gonna think, what somebody else gonna think. And as like I said, a mother raising two kids, two boys to be exact, we don't teach our sons to literally cry and express their emotions and express how they feel and express that they can have feelings, they can have something that they care about or whatever. We teach them, oh, big boys don't cry, oh, hush up or whatever, put up with this or whatever, your pain is minimal. I don't know what it is that you're going through, my G, or whatever. What it is that you got going on, or what it is that your gang, your hood would consider you, snitching or whatever the case may be. But what I'm telling you to do is that you have to sit with you. or whatever. You got to seek the kingdom of God that's literally inside of you, because your body is the temple or whatever. So sit with you. Don't be worried about nobody else or whatever. You don't be worried about nobody fucking else, because I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, these motherfuckers ain't worried about you or whatever. And if the shoe was on the other foot, and I guarantee you, and somebody had the opportunity to change their life for the better, they would honestly take it if they knew, especially if they knew the outcome of what their life was going to be. I guarantee you they would take it. So you sit with you and you ask yourself, what is it that you want? And when you ask yourself what is that you want, and them answers start coming to you, and spirit starts speaking to you to say, okay, I want this, I want that, I want this. Then you ask spirit inside of you, okay, now show me how I'm supposed to get it. Because sometimes or whatever, God will fight your battles and you won't even have to do shit. God will move some stuff up out of your way to where you won't even have to worry about people from your gang calling you a snitch, because the Bible say, I'll prepare a table in front of thy enemies. I will make your enemies your footstool. You know what I'm saying? So don't be worried about, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Come on. You gotta subscribe or whatever. You like, if you watching me or whatever, I'm a gangster now. I'm a spiritual gangster. I'm a motherfucking warrior. So I know if you watching this live that you know what I'm saying, you about what you talking about. Thank you, my G. But you got to move for you. Or what? That's all I'm going to say. Move for you. Get out here and shake and bake and bust a move for you. And when you step in righteousness, whenever you walk into your righteousness, you got to reach one, teach one, or whatever. When you see another young man out here doing what they ain't got no business doing, you see another young woman out here doing what they ain't got no business doing, you pull their ass up or whatever. You like, hey, okay, now I've been down this road before. We're not gonna do we ain't gonna play these little teeny bopper games. But don't be worried about what nobody else got going on. Don't be worried about what nobody else gonna say. Focus on what you want and what is that you need, and watch how spirit work for you, or whatever. But ultimately, I'm about to end this live. What I was saying is that something has to be left behind or whatever. Like something, someone, some energy, whatever the case may be, has to be left behind, and it has to go or whatever. For me, I know what that is. I know that it is fear or whatever, and I do not succumb to fear. I allow my energy to flow, and whatever comes to me, I feel it, and then I go on about my business or whatever. But something you gonna have to lay to rest or whatever. You gonna have to give it, and honestly, it's not even lay to rest. You gonna have to give it to spirit. So if I'm speaking to you, young man, you literally gotta give whatever it is that you don't want, whatever it is that you think that you don't want. You gotta give it to spirit and watch spirit work. And watch spirit work for you or whatever. I remember when I was meditating the other day, spirit say, Nene, I need you to stop watching so many tarot videos. And I'm like, okay. And he was like spirit was like, you watching so many tarot videos or whatever, but you not watching me to see what I'm gonna do or whatever. So spirit was saying, God was saying, watch and see what I do or whatever. Watch me and see what I do. So when I'm telling you, when you surrender and you let go of whatever it is that you need to let go of, watch God and see what God do. And always seek the kingdom, because the kingdom is literally inside of you. God dwells inside of you or whatever. But know that you guys are blessed, that you are loved, that you are divine, that you are holy people. How about that? Don't play with me now or whatever. I love you guys. Bye.